Hey, Gritty. Hello, Mary. Hello, Mary. I want to come out. I don't want to come out of my top today. No, I don't. No, I don't. Hello, 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 hello. If anybody would like to share this out, I sure would appreciate it. I certainly would appreciate it. You're missing a full shit show, or maybe not missing. Listen, I'll catch it later. Listen, I've seen enough shit shows to. I've seen plenty of shit shows. Oh, God. Who's got the shit show going now? I've seen like 3 shit shows last night. I want to order your base makeup, but I am worried about matching up my skin. I usually wear a nude. That shouldn't be too hard to find a nude. Happy Halloween, Mallory. Hello, Floor. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Listen, I'm the shit show. I am the shit show tonight. Eva, hello. How are you? Midwestern Mary, I don't know what you're talking about. If you're gonna have to let me know. Um, you're gonna have to let me know without trying to send my 16 people over there. How about that? Is there a way you can do that? Oh, good Lord. Oh, I don't watch RSN. Sorry. Yeah. Um, that's out of my league. That's out of my depths. Not even on my radar. RSN isn't even on my radar. Those are waters I don't even go in, so not my neighborhood. Not my neighborhood, y'all. You never see me over there. Um, I don't know. Is that over toward the Boyd neighborhood? Because I don't go over there either. Sugar in the Raw. Hello. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for coming through. Look at Ash274. So good to see you. Boy, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. So good to see you. We're going to be talking about some things tonight. I'm going to listen. Listen. Hello, Starlight. Hello, Starlight. You're going to get an honorable mention tonight. Hello, Starlight. I had already planned to give you an honorable mention. I'm going to work you into the mix tonight, Starlight. Sure am. Sure am. Already got it in my head. I'm gonna work her into the mix tonight. Good Lord. Samantha B, hello, and how are you? If anybody would like to share this out, I sure do appreciate it. If you got you a little Twitter, a little Facebook, a little anything, I sure would like to have at least 40 people tonight. Because you know what? I think it's going to be worth it. I think I'm worth it. Let's put it that way. Yes, please sign the guest book. I do appreciate it. I'll be listening while I run these kiddos around. Oh, good. It's very good. Are you in your car going door to door? Is that how that's going to do? And you let them out, Starlight? My mom used to do that. My mom and dad, they used to drive us, and we would get, they would drive and follow us from house to house, kind of. Hello, Janie Bobaney. Well, thank you. Thank you. I might be a little too close to the camera. You know how that goes. We tend to look a little bit better from a distance. The closer we get, you know what I mean? It's all smoke and mirrors. You know how it works. The closer we get, the drunker you better be. The closer I get, the more glasses of wine you're gonna have. Good Lord. Do 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 do. Thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. I appreciate it. Let's see. I bought so much candy. Listen. We don't really have a neighborhood that we give out candy. It's just not that kind of a neighborhood. But we do have three kids across the street. And yesterday, I packaged them up a really nice three gift bags of Halloween candy, like full size candy, right? Full size candy, and took them over there, um, and they were thrilled. So I did that for them. Um, Okay, your skin has been on point lately, Mallory. Something seems different, but in a good way. Well, listen, listen. Um, it's probably just the light bulbs. It's probably just the light bulbs. The truth is, I only look good in the direct sunlight or the light bulbs. Um, any other lighting, it's a gamble. It's a gamble. It's a toss up. Right? Any other lighting, it's a toss up. No promises. No promises, no demands. The girl looks nice. The girl looks nice. Your cleavage is on point tonight. Well, it's my Halloween cleavage. This is my natural girl cleavage, right? It's my natural girl cleavage. These are homegrown. Homegrown cleavage. Homegrown. Not too bad for homegrown titties. I gotta admit, not too bad for homegrown titties. Barnyard, hello Barnyard. How are you, Leva? So good to see you. Um, so good to see you, Barnyard. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking. Listen, I know last night was everybody was talking about Steph and her little online companion Gregory, Greg for short. I was able to get a little bit of an introduction to Gregory last night, and I feel like I got enough of an introduction to form an opinion. So I'm like, well, uh, here we go. Here we go. I'm just gonna kind of I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. I may be a day late and a dollar short, but you know what? I certainly couldn't talk about it yesterday. Couldn't talk about it yesterday. Good Lord. Everybody was talking about it yesterday. Everybody was talking about it yesterday, apparently. I thought I'll wait till tomorrow. I'll let it simmer down. I'll let it simmer down, right? I'm gonna listen if you're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. I was intrigued. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was intrigued. Not gonna lie. I've been waiting for something juicy to come along. And I said, you know what? I believe I found it. I love the sweater, Mallory. You know, I got this at Kohl's. Got it at Kohl's. Thank you. The V-neck. You know, I don't wear sleeves very often, but every once in a while, I'll do some sleeves. You don't know me. Hello, you don't know me. Good to see you. So good to see you, everybody. Okay, listen, I've got my 53 people up in here, so I've exceeded my 40. I do love Kohl's too. I like their accessory department. I got some really nice hoops at Kohl's. They're a little pricey at Kohl's for some hoops that may or may not be sterling silver. You really don't know. But they're kind of pricey for some hoops, but I like them. They got cute designs. Okay, first I want to open the show by talking about Starlight. Starlight. And listen, I had the pleasure of going in last night and I hung around a little bit to Amanda. So see, it's a damn shame that to this day, I still don't know if it's Manda or Amanda. I really don't know. I feel like I want to say Amanda, but then I think maybe it's Manda. Mandolin. a mandolin. Um, so I was able to go over there last night for a few minutes, and I had a nice little time, and they were quite pleasurable to me. I hung out with them and a few of the ponies over there. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all want to know something funny? Here's where I become a weirdo. I'm gonna make myself into a weirdo, live on camera, because I know that's the word that the young kids like to use now is weirdo, right? Here we go. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. A long time ago, sometime, Starlight, I wound up having a dream about Starlight. I'm not kidding you. I was somewhere and Starlight arrived somewhere in grand style. She arrived in grand style. And the strange thing is she was wearing a blonde wig, or at least she had blonde hair, but it was Starlight. And she arrived and it was like we just clicked and we instantly bonded. Now, this was in a time period where Starlight and I were just really kind of going at it back and forth. And it was such a nice dream. It was a really nice dream. And it just felt, there was just such a little connection. Well, after that dream, people, are you listening? Okay. Anyway, after that dream, I don't know if this chat's still working or not. After that dream, it was about that time when I had let up on Starlight. It really was about that time I had kind of let up on Starlight. And ever since then, I've had this like little fondness for Starlight. Just this little fondness for her. Don't know what it's about. Can't tell you. But I've just had this little fondness for Hello Starlight. So, there's where it's at, people. Anyway, it was nice. I was over there last night, like I said, and point being, I was listening up in there, and LOL, you don't know me. Sign the guest book, please. Yes, here, by the way, let me just put this out here too, because I can't read the chat when I get going into my story here. When anybody who knows realizes that I'm not going to be able to read your chat. But I will read the chat in its entirety after, so I will see every word you put in here, and I'll check on the chat from time to time. Okay. Anybody who holds a wrench for me, if you don't mind from time to time, if you will, because I do enjoy working for tips, and I do love to get paid for my talents here, for my efforts. So, and I know sometimes there's some generous people out there that like to pay an old girl for her time and effort. So if anybody out there will from time to time drop my PayPal link, you can find that in my about section, right? As well as my, the little Cash App link. You can also find that in my about section. If you'll copy and paste that, whatever, just drop it from time to time. Don't go crazy with it, but just from time to time, so that people have that, all that good stuff. Also, does this mean we officially squashed the beef? Well, yes, I think so. There's no beef. There's definitely no beef. Okay, so here's the thing, people. Let's talk about it. So, first of all, I think I should start with Science Girl, right? Alicia. Let me start there, because really, she's the one who really wet my whistle on this instantly, because I was in her chat, and all hell was breaking loose because apparently someone went in her Discord and picked at her friend Mandy Bell or said something out of sorts or off color, whatever it is. She didn't like it. And she thought, wait a minute, I don't like this. And y'all are trying to get Mandy Bell involved and me involved. And I'm not taking a position and all this stuff. And she was just letting it out on her. She just fired up a stream and was just letting it out. And this was like, I was like, okay, this is interesting. And she started talking about this whole thing about Stephh. Y'all bear with me. I know you the story. I'm just telling you my experience, how I come upon the news first. Before I can tell you about it, I got to tell you how I came upon it. Okay, so she starts going in all about Stephh and this boy named Gregory, who may or may not be mentally challenged, whatever the case, and how he put up some money for some questionable photos, and she didn't follow through and give him the photos, okay? But she's like, listen, it's a mutual relationship, it's a mutual connection, and I'm not getting involved, and they're both of them are wrong, both of them are at fault, and blah, 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 blah. But listen, I'm like, holy shit. First of all, I didn't know Stephh was into that kind of thing, personally. Full disclosure, I never knew a lot about her. Let's just say I was never really a fangirl of Stephh. But I was like, wow, that's interesting. That somehow just made her a little bit more interesting to me than I thought she was. That raised her interesting factor a little bit. So, okay, so that's where I heard about it. But here's the thing. I don't know if Stephh came actually in there, but I was under the impression, I didn't see her, but I was under the impression while Alicia was doing her rant that Steph may have actually popped in there, everybody. Because Alicia started communicating that Stephh was going, because Alicia invited her up on the panel to state her case. Alicia said, you come on up, girl. You come up and you can state your case on my panel. Well, that didn't happen because Alicia communicated that Stephh decided that she was going to start her own panel and she was going to state her case. Well, I was going to be all in on that. But the thing is, as far as I could see, unless she has another channel or even another channel, the channel that reads Stephh, Stephh, she never started that I could see. She never followed through and went live and stated her case. However, I discovered another live, and that was Amanda Lynn. Mandolin and Starlight and a few of their pony girls were live. So I said, well, let me listen to this here. And they were given the whole rundown, but here's where it got really rich. They were playing, and I'm sure most of you have seen it by now, they were streaming someone else's stream where Kyle was the former kink master. Okay. Gregory was, I'm getting my kinkers mixed up. Gregory actually came up on the panel. Are you with me? I think you're with me. Okay. That's my setup. Okay, so here's where we go. Now, they're listening to this, and I'm listening to this. Now here's the Gregory guy, and here's like, I don't know, there's like 4 or 5 people grilling him. There's a female, there's a guy with an impeccable grammar, and then there's a couple guys that just sound like I don't know, their elevators don't quite reach the top floor. It's literally a box of chocolates trying to interview this young man. But here's the thing. I said, okay, I've got to put this into context. Now, here's where we're at, people. This is what I'm surmising out of this conversation. First, I'm trying to decide for myself how mentally impaired, how mentally challenged or disabled, or how what is it with this boy? I mean, how not quite right is he, right? Because it seems to me that people are kind of running with that. That's one of the narratives, that Stephh took advantage of a disabled person or a mentally challenged person. So that's a pretty severe accusation in itself. So I'm like, well, we got to see what the truth is to this, because that really puts her in an extra bad light. I mean, to take money and promise to send out your foot shots and then not do that, that's kind of shady in itself. But then to intentionally take advantage of a mentally challenged person, that's a whole extra shitty cupcake. That's like the ultimate shit-filled cupcake right there. So I'm trying to determine, by listening to this fella, I don't know, how many cards is in his deck? How many cards is in his deck, right? And lo and behold, he seems pretty with it to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. He seems pretty with it to me. Does he seem like somebody that I would sit down and have an absolute fluid conversation with? No. But in honesty, people, neither does Stephh. I'm not gonna say, I would never say that Stephh is dumb as a box of rocks, but I would say that she's as smart as a box of rocks. So go there. I can't really I couldn't arrive to the conclusion that this was a cat versus mouse game. Like, I can't equate Stephh as being the cat and this young man being the mouse. I really did get the impression that he was able to compose himself, think for himself, communicate with everybody on that panel pretty well, comprehend what he was saying, what they were saying. He didn't seem like somebody that didn't know what time it was or what was going on. Pair that with, he's certainly able to know who is who, and he seems to also know all the popular panels to get into and climb upon, right? Seems to me he's climbing up on panels that are popular. And if you think about that, he's not the first one that done that. He's not the first one that does stuff like that. When it comes to impressing people with money, I see that all the time. He admits he blurs the lines between the fantastical and what's in reality. There's probably some truth to that. I do believe there's probably some truth to that. Things probably get carried away. He's a young man. Stephanie's a young lady, whatever. Maybe he does think, maybe he does start to believe that maybe there's going to be more to their arrangement than meets the eye. Maybe he does. So, I don't know. So far, I don't know that Stephh would have promised him that. So far, I don't think that took place. That I'm aware of. So here's where I'm at with it. I do feel 666. Thank you, Midwestern Mary. I can't. Let me try to read that. Happy Halloween, beautiful. Also, I'm flaunting my coin purse. Thank you. Here's where I'm at with it. If he paid somebody, the numbers that I'm understanding was somewhere, if I heard that audio correct last night, because a tweet of hers or a message of hers was read out loud, where she basically told him to shove off in not so many words. Listen, she said, I got like $1,400 from him in a week just by sending text messages. And didn't have to do nothing. Paraphrasing here now. And didn't have to do nothing. Didn't send nothing. Ain't gonna send nothing. Go screw yourself. I ain't sending nothing. $1,430, says Ash274. And he didn't get a damn thing in return. So here's the thing. That's some shady, dirty business, because if he was supposed to get some foot shots, I'm just throwing this out here now, some boob shots, butt shots, whatever shots he was supposed to get, he should have got them, and she should have sent them. Now here's what I want to say before I go any further. Kyle, sorry, wrong kinker again. Wrong kinker. That's the hat guy. But listen, while we're on Kyle, let me just say this. I will say this. Let me say this quite clear when it comes to the kink patrol. Because I do believe Stephh was really playing the Christ Almighty card when it came to Kyle with the wide brim hats. I really think I have a really good recollection of her kink shaming this boy, like nobody's business, and trying to throw his kink under the bus, left and right, taking advantage of these women, going after these women, trying to get them to take pictures in hats and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But lo and behold, let somebody throw her a few dollars, and suddenly she don't really have an issue with somebody's kink, She suddenly doesn't have a problem with somebody asking her for a foot photo, even though she may not be surrendering the foot photo. She certainly does. Where was the alarm in the community? Like, where was the sounding of the alarm? Hey everybody, we've got Gregory. He's asking people for foot photos. Sound the alarm, ding ding. That didn't happen. It's amazing what happens when people starts hitting your PayPal and your Cash App, isn't it? Isn't it just, it's just amazing. Okay, having said that, this is what I really want to say to Gregory. Can I call you Gregory, Greg, if you're out there? Gregory? Or should I call you Greg? What do you prefer? Gregory, I'm talking to just you now, right? Now, I heard that you're attracted to really big personalities. Well. Have I got a personality for you? Gregory, listen, Gregory. I too have a Cash App. I too have a PayPal link. You're into feet? Guess what? I have feet. You know what? Ask Starlight. Starlight will vouch for my feet. I have the kind of feet that brings attention. I've got the kind of feet that are photo worthy. Starlight will vouch for me. Starlight, specifically my toes. Okay? Here's where it gets better. I will provide those photos. You can count on me. Gregory, you can count on me. $mallerynow. That's MALLERY. mallerynow. Okay? mallerynow. See, where you made your mistake, Gregory, is trying to settle for a young girl, a young, inexperienced girl, right? What you needed was a real woman. No pun intended, but a real woman. Okay? You needed someone that wasn't afraid or ashamed of her feet, right? somebody like me with such a big, bold personality and who happens to have 27 cameras in her possession, and I can get you an angle from every direction, and I will send you pictures of my feet. Make no mistake about it. That's $mallerynow. Having said that, I just had to put that out there for you. I had to put that out there for you because, you know, I did hear you say that, well, you literally said, I don't know, I think maybe it was, I at one point, I think I just wanted to impress Steph with my money. Well, that's all good and dandy, and I think you did that. I think you did that, Gregory. Now, I want to give you a chance to impress me with your money, so I want to give you a chance to impress me just the same. Well, let's see how that works out for the both of us. Good Lord. Okay, but here's the thing, people. Hello, Remy. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Goldie Con. Hello. Listen. Was that gratuitous of me? I don't know. I'm just being honest. Sometimes these boys go for the wrong. They don't know any better. They don't know any better. They chose the wrong one. They chose the wrong one. Come on. Come on. I'm Mallory Williams. Are you kidding me? You could have my infamous toes, right? My infamous Mallory Williams toes all to yourself. Or you could have nothing, apparently, from Steph. Thank you for sending that out. You don't know me. I do appreciate it. But here's the thing. In all fairness, Steph needs to, hands down, settle up and give that boy some money back. Do I think she's going to give $1,400 back? No. I really have a no refund policy. I'm not on YouTube to give, like, I know a thing called buyer's remorse. All right? There is a thing called buyer's remorse, and I do believe that this boy has buyer's remorse. I don't believe, common sense is going to tell me that he didn't pay her $1,400 for a foot photo. I don't believe that for one moment. I do believe $1,400 of that was to get up close and get up in her space and probably exchange some sass talk. I do believe a lot of that. All he asked for is $400 for the feet pics. Thank you, Ash274. So if it's $400, right? If it's $400 for the feet pics, the other brand was just for shits and giggles and I'm gonna impress you with my money and all that. You know, that's her money free and clear. But the $400, you know what? Give the boy back his $400. Give him back his $400 and send him on down the road. If you can't, just do it. Do it to clear your own name. Do it to shut people in the community up, if nothing else. You know, so that you can say, look, I gave the boy back his $400. Hee ha ha ha. Hee ha ha ha. Right? Listen, Steph, if you're out there, give him back his $400 and then send him to me. You hear me, Steph? Give the boy back his $400 and then send him over to me with said $400 in hand. All right? All right? Christmas is coming. The holidays are coming. Ho, ho, ho. I swear to God, these young kids like Steph, they have no idea how easy they got it in life. How easy they Jesus to God. No one was asking her to bend over a hood of a car and do anything ickety-ick and nasty. She wasn't going to have to lay down and put out in the back seat for a stranger. You know, she wasn't going to have to go hustle herself down by the pier. You know, she wasn't going to have to do any of this stuff. All she had to do was aim her damn camera down at her foot, Just take a picture of your foot, girl, and push send. And you couldn't do that? You got to be kidding me. How lazy can one person be? How unmotivated can one person be? Is she a millennial? Is this the shit the millennials pull? I'm just curious. Is this why people have such a hard time with the millennials in the world today? Because, I always try to defend the millennials. I'm like, I believe the children are the future and all that good stuff. But if this is how the millennials are behaving when they think they're too good for a goddamn foot shot, you get the hell out of here. Who do these people think they are passing up a buck like that? Stephh can make money doing foot pics. Yay. Listen, that's just shameful. Do it for all the people who ain't got no feet, Stephh. You know how many people in this world have the diabetes and have their feet cut off and wish they could get $400 for a foot photo? You should be doing it for all the people in the world that ain't got no feet. How about that? Have you ever thought of that, Stephh? Have you ever thought of that? Do it for the people who can't do it. Jesus to goodness. Just shameful. Shameful. Thank you, Sugar. I appreciate it. Thank you. But no, I'm not going to sit here and completely drag her down, because other than that, listen, I will beat the hell out of her verbally that she did not send that foot picture because she's above it all, and pass up $400. Somebody needs to have a talk with her parent. God forbid. I hope they're alive. If they're deceased, I didn't know. Num Yoho Renge Kel. You never know. But listen, somebody needs to have a talk with her legal guardian. Whoever is responsible for her, or was responsible for her up to 10 years ago, somebody needs to talk to that person. Who the hell raised this girl? Who the hell raised this girl? You didn't tell her, sometimes you got to make decisions in life. Sometimes you got to make a buck. Doesn't Stephh have kids? Doesn't she have a kid? What, they don't need Halloween costumes? They don't need Halloween costumes? I don't understand it. Who the hell can, Here's what she doesn't understand, people. This is business. Granted, she got the $400. I get it. Because some people are saying, but Mallory, she got the $400, right? So she got? It's not like she didn't get the $400. She got the $400. So really, she just worked the system. No, what she did is cut off future opportunity. Because if she got that $400, and if she would have sent that damn photo of her foot, do you know how many other monies she could have made by sending another foot? She could have took that photo. You know what? She could have suddenly, this is my foot on ice. This is my foot in a watermelon. This is my foot draped in pudding. This is my foot resting in a lawn chair. You see what I'm saying? And before you know it, that boy would have paid for her to do a full-on foot calendar, right? A full-on foot calendar. She could have had it in a bowl of spaghetti, a foot in a bowl of spaghetti with a meatball sitting on it. She doesn't think about the opportunity that her foot had, and that she caused herself all this future revenue that she could have had if she would have just did the right thing and sent that boy. Listen, Gregory, I'm still for hire, okay? Listen, you want my foot in a bowl of spaghetti? It's yours. Listen, Gregory. Listen, $, mallerynow, MALLERY, okay? Nikki, hello, good to see you. Foot in a box, it's a foot in a box. Oh, God, you just can't make it up with these people. I mean, that was my biggest thing when I heard this last night, and I'm listening to this nonsense. I'm like, Mallory, I'm dead. How true it? Barnyard, because Barnyard's a grown-ass woman. Barnyard has been through hard times in her life. Make no mistake about it. Because Barnyard, you know how I know? Because Barnyard's living a good, comfortable life right now. And in order to get to that good, comfortable life, you know damn well she had to crawl through glass to get there at one point in her life or another, right? So Barnyard knows. Barnyard knows that she would have damn well sent the picture of her foot. You follow through. It's all about follow through. And these millennials apparently don't have follow through. Oh, you'll take the money, but you don't follow through. Okay. But here we go. No, I don't believe I do not believe the boy was taken advantage of due to his mental challenges. I'm a pretty good judge of character, I think, for the most part. Sometimes I get shit wrong, make no mistake about it. I recently got some characters wrong. But for the most part, I get some characters right. And I do believe that this boy, it wasn't his first go around. I think I heard that he might have actually asked for some boys' feet at one time. Not that it matters. Not that that matters. Feet are feet, right? Love is love, feet are feet, right? Boys' feet need love too, whatever the case. But this wasn't his first time hitting people up for some foot love, some foot worship. Definitely a vulnerable person nonetheless. You know, Donna, is he vulnerable? To me, again, if you're that damn vulnerable, stop climbing up on the internet and climbing up on all these what I call hot panels. How often do you see him on panels with like 10, 20 people? You know, he knows enough to go where all the action is, right? Isn't that true so far? He knows enough to go where all the views are and all that stuff. I mean, that's somebody that's you kind of know what you're doing there. And when you're showering creators with money, he's not the first one to shower popular creators with money. There's a reason people do that, because you know, what's the new word the kids are using in 2021 and 2022? Everyone's chasing clout. Is that the word, clout, now? Because you're trying to get some clout. You want to be seen with the clout. So, you know, that's where you want to go, and those are the people you want to super chat. Those are the ones you want to go spend hundreds of dollars on and give them $1,000 and all that, because they're the ones with all the viewers, and they're the popular people. They're the popular people at the lunch table. So you cannot discount that. You can't just think that he's randomly, accidentally showing up, and he can't think for himself. That's a person that knows what he's doing. That is a person that knows what he's doing. And like I said, if he's vulnerable, that Stephh chick is just as vulnerable, because like I said, I knew a long time ago that she was never the sharpest knife in the drawer. And I said as much, right? I said as much. And I probably said some other things about Miss Stephh that I don't need to sit around. I certainly don't need to sit around here and say, I told you so, because I'm not really I told you so kind of person. That's just petty and small. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm just my opinion, and everybody has a different opinion here. I mean, this is the Mallory Williams show, right? Hello, Brantley. How are you? Not the gout, Janie. Oh, God. I'll have to come back to that one. Kyle. Hello, Kyle. Good to see you. Look at me catching a live. It is so rare that I ever get to see you, Kyle. Hello, Nisi. Hello, Niece or Nisi. Hello, Starlight. This is not her first rodeo. No, it's not. It's definitely not her first rodeo. I agree. Hello, Starlight. But at the same time, nor is it his first rodeo. Listen, these are two potatoes sharing the same sack, right? They both have their own agendas, right? And that's really it. So maybe he's short a couple cards in his deck, right? But again, so is that Stephh. I don't care what you say. That girl is lacking a full deck of cards, right? All you have to do is listen to her. Listen to her almost on any stream, and you will see that she too is lacking a full deck of cards in her own way, right? In her own way, she's lacking a full deck of cards. Show me your tootsies. No, you're gonna have to pay big money to see my tootsie. Stephh is lacking 5 decks of cards. I'm just saying. I agree. He has a lot to be held accountable for as well. The only thing is, listen, I could have easily came up here and just really just said, you know what, Stephh is a no good, and it's all on her, and she took advantage of this boy and all that good stuff. Oh my God, Happy Feet YouTube version. Thank you, Mac. I sure appreciate it. $30 in the super chat. Will B, hello, good to see you. I really appreciate everybody in here tonight. Thank you so much. Solo Mom, she is definitely not a girl's girl. No, she's not. A friend to no one but herself. Yeah, I would say that. I knew she was never going to be one of them pony people. I knew that. Listen, and I can't say I told you so, but I knew in my heart that she was never going to be one of those pony people. Never going to happen. Never going to give you up. Never going to say goodbye. Because I knew her. I knew her without knowing her. I just know her. She wasn't the first Stephh I've met in my world. Who the hell is the pony people? She isn't a good pony. She sure in the hell tried, says Remy. Remy says she sure in the hell tried. Well, so Mallory, she accused her best friends of lies, of things she had done herself and worse. Isn't that something? That's how, but it's typical. Didn't last in the stables, out to the pasture. You don't know me, they did. You know what? They said, okay, girl, bye-bye. As Mandolin said last night, we tumbled her ass right on out the door. Something to that effect. I used to call her Tumbleweed. Because, well, she had the brains of a tumbleweed, but mostly because she would always just tumble from panel to panel to panel to panel, and just whoever would let her, there she would be from panel to panel to panel to panel. I'm like, girl, don't you have a home? I didn't even know she had a channel for the longest time. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know the girl had a channel because she was always on somebody else's channel on the panel. So there's that. Starlight is sharp. I can tell in her chats. Starlight is my future internet wife. My internet wife. We might have some kind of, what do you call those things? Poly, starts with poly. Kyle knows. Polyamorous. CCK. Yes, niece. Hello, CC. How are you doing? Good to see you. So good to see you in here. So other than that, I really don't know. Polymorphism. Wait, polyamorous. Polymorph. I mean, I really do believe that's it. I think that's where I stand. At the end of the day, I think, let's just bring it home. Hello, Samantha. Samantha, I reread the chat the other day, like I tell people I always do, and I think you said that that was your first time in my chat and you really enjoyed it. Was that you who said that? Um, if you had said that, I appreciate you. Just want to let you know that I read that. Um, because I always just so you know, that just proves I reread my chats, people. I do. I just settle into them like a book. Um, yes, it was Samantha. I do read. I do read them. I enjoy it. The scissoring. Hello, Star. Yes, scissoring. Who's scissoring? Do we have to do that? Do I have to scissor Hello Starlight? I might need some training. I'm gonna need a life coach. I'm gonna need a life coach to coach me into the scissor motion. Good Lord. Okay, so here it is. Steph, if you're out there, pay the boy back $400. If you absolutely refuse to pay him back $400, split the difference and give him $200. Give him something, right? Make an effort. Give him $200, right? And just keep the other 200 because you're a dirty hoe, right? If you keep the other 200, just chalk it up as you're a dirty hoe. Life perplexed. Hello, lover. So good to see you. I'll always love my Laura. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. But if you don't give back the 400 and you keep 200, you're just a dirty hoe. And that's okay. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. And you can live with yourself, and that's fine. But I feel like if you got $1,400 out of the boy, you could give him back 400 and still be up $1,000. You could still be up $1,000. That's a pretty good month. That's a pretty good week. That's a pretty good week, especially since you don't have to wait for it because it probably went in your Cash App or something. So you probably got it instantly, right? I'm just saying, people. I think that's what everybody should be encouraging her to do, is to give back, instead of just coming down on her and just trying to pull a train over her ass. I would say everybody just turn their focus and try to just encourage her to refund $400 or do the dirty hoe route and give him back $200. Those are the two options. Dirty hoe gives 200, the decency gives back 400. Two options, But I also think, listen, stop letting this other fella up on your panels too, because, I think it's very easy, especially if you have a problem, if you don't really care for Stephh at the moment, it's really easy to let Gregory crawl up on your panel and then, oh, poor Gregory, you poor little fella, yes, and hello, Vegas Barbie, you shouldn't have sent it, period, he shouldn't have sent it, period, no, he shouldn't have, but he did. Poor little Gregory, you were taken advantage of, and, screw her, and you're entitled to everything back, and this and that. Hey, listen. That boy needs a firm conversation from people himself. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by his lack of full deck of cards into thinking that he did not know what he's doing. And that he's not, listen, manipulation comes in all sizes, comes in all mentalities, right? So don't think he's above manipulation or below, or don't think he's not capable. There you go. Don't think that Gregory is not capable of manipulation. Gregory, I just want to say one more time, if you're out there, if you're listening, I would like you to try to manipulate me. Again, My Cash App is $, $mallerynow. MALLERY. I challenge you to manipulate me, my friend. Um, any way your heart desires. I'm in the need of manipulation. Manipulate me like you've never manipulated anyone in your life. Again, you want that big personality. I've got that big personality. Just putting it out there. Manipulate my ass like it's been manipulated before. Assuming you got any of those dollar bills left. Now, listen, if Steph took them all, we're gonna have a problem. If Steph took them all, well, I don't know. But if you got some more out there, if you got more, if you happen to have a few more dollars, Gregory, girl, can you help an old bitch out with some manipulation? All right, everyone, that's it. That's where I stand on it. It's okay if we have differences of opinions. It's okay if we land somewhere in the middle and all that good stuff, foot in the box. I do hope y'all enjoy it. Starlight, thank you for coming in and hanging out with me. And if there was any other of my my new pony friends here, I didn't see Manda come in. I don't know if she was here or not, or she was able to. Amanda, thank you for having me in your chat last night. If you happen to see this, and being so sweet, I do appreciate you too. So, everybody, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you everybody that super chatted me. Thank you for anybody that may have hit any of my my pay links. I won't know until I log off, unfortunately, but I certainly appreciate it. Oh no, Mallory, don't go to the ponies. Laura. 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 The ponies have called. All right. Thank you, everyone. Till next time, do take care. Bye-bye.